How the people want to hear you speaking your experience. The people want to hear. When I say public speaking, most people, they ask me a question. Dr. Benjamin, what is the difference between communication and public speaking? Now, public speaking is to stand there and convincing and addressing information that you have to the audience. How the people want to hear you speaking your experience. The people want to hear. Do you understand? Public speaking now is the way you stand and you address anything that is relevant to the audience, to the public. If I share with you one of an example, what happened, this is a true story, and it's a real story. We went to the party, and I was with one of my friends, and my friend was a friend of the person who got married. And then when we were waiting, we were like more than 50 people. One guy came in, he said, that guy his name was Bosco. He said, Bosco, please, as we are waiting, like the guests to come in, can you stand up, please, and share, with us anything that you know? Now, Bosco, he has been struggling by speaking in front of. But it's not only him, because the research is showing that the number one fear at this planet is the public speaking. Some people, they said, kill me, but don't ask me to stand there and speak. I know how hard it is. They have fear. You go to the stage and then you start sweating and doing all of those stuff. But by the way, if you are trying to do so, if you are having kind of the fear, don't give up. Continue, giving you more speech, giving you more like volunteering and all of those stuff. Somewhere, somehow, you will develop the muscle as a speaker, and then one day you will stand and speak, and the people will understand you. You know how these good public speakers, they have made the impact. If you look at the people like Nelson Mandela, he was a very good public speaker. If you look at the people like Martin Luther King, he was a public speaker. If you look at every successful to any industry, they are good public speaker, because it's through the public speaking that they get to address what they know. They share their knowledge, they share their skills. Now, in the school, yes, you may say, Benjamin, the schools are teaching public speaking. I guess no, because in school, I have never seen, yes, some schools they do, but I have never seen the schools that they go deep in a professional way to teach their students that one skills that will allow them to dominate their industry is to develop their communication skills, is to develop their public speaking. How they will stand in the stage, how they control their movement, their body language, how they will start their speech and end their speech, how they will use their story, because people like story to give their message. By the way, if you are a speaker, don't give your message without a story, and don't tell the story without a message. How do we use that? So how do we open? How do we close? How do we motivate the audience? Those are the things how do we control our body language? How do we now manage the stage in the past, in the present, and the future? Because sometimes you may use your body language. Now you say, I give you an example. Many years ago, you look at my body language now, my hands. Many years ago, I was in school, and then we used to do this and this. Do you understand? This is the body language you see. Many years ago. I'm talking the things that in the past. Okay? Now, but today, we are now doing this. I'm teaching and coaching you to be a good public speaker. And I hope, like the future, you will be, a good reader, because you are a good communicator. You are a good public speaker. Now, what I'm doing, I'm managing the stage. Something that in the past, something that in the present, something that in the future. I'm managing my stage now here. But there are also some people, because they don't know how to manage what we call the body language. He may say something like, in June, Maybe, let's say now we are in March, and then he may say, in June I will go. This is my past. Okay, he's talking the story in the future, but his body language is showing in the past. This is wrong. So this is how we run in public speaking. We go into details. So I wish that every school, they should bring the public speaking training. They train their students, they train those kids, they train those future leaders. If they don't develop this public speaking, you know why? They are going nowhere. Because the people want to hear what they know. The people want to hear what they have passing through. The people want to hear your message. The people want to hear the knowledge and the skills, and they want to hear how you will do that. You need to use public speaking. You need to tell them publicly. So this is public speaking. People who are good in public speaking, there is always opportunity for them. So my encouragement today is take your time, develop these skills. If you develop that, I can't tell you how much money I have been paid by using these skills. They pay me to speak, but when I was in school, they used to slap and beating and do all of those stuff that I'm making noise in class. But now the people are paying me to speak to them. So developing public speaking skills is needed. So spend your time developing your communication skills and your public speaking, because I know every successful people is also a good public speaker. Thank you so much for understanding that. I wish, and I can't see you standing in the stage talking to one or to many, sharing the knowledge and the skills that you have. I wish I would have been that room. That is why I'm here. If you need help, there's some training that I normally give, and then I will coach you. I will tell you how to stand up and speak to any topic, to any person, at any time, to anyone, so that you can. But let me give you, I didn't start like this. Many years ago, when I started like this business of speaking and training and coaching, I was very afraid. I had a fear. I used to stand up, and then when I was on stage, and then I started like sweating inside, I could forget everything. But through the practice, by the way, practice make what? Improvement. So I continue to doing practice. But now today, sometimes I address speech in the room where there are 100, like 500 people, 1,000 people, 5,000 people. There is one training that I give, and the audience, there were more than 6,000. Now I'm speaking to you. You can see how my energy is. There is no fear, because I spend my time by practice learning how to do everything, because through the practice you get to improve. Thank you for understanding. I can't wait to see you as a public speaker. We want to hear your message. We want to hear what you have passing through. We want to hear your story. Everyone needed to hear your story. Go and develop your public speaking so that you can tell the world like you are there, and your story will make a difference in other people's life. Don't die with your story. We want to hear. Bring your story to the market. Bring what you know to the market. You will make money, you will make the impact, and then there will always be a room